hello, hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome. Come on into the craft room, guys. I am your host this evening. I am Caron Bailey. I am your ATX Stampin' Lady, the late night Stampin' Lady, because y'all know it is late night, and it ain't promising to be any shorter tonight, guys. We are here this evening for, this is a little bit of a different video. I used to do them very regularly, but I think I'm going to do them with the release of new catalogs, online exclusives, those types of things. But we're going to do what's called an unboxing video. And an unboxing video is where I get the opportunity to share with you some of the newer products that's coming out with Stampin' Up. I don't order everything, but I do order some new products so that I can share those with you. So the products were actually, so this unboxing is going to be mixed with just new products plus new products from, it's going to be the November 2025 release, online exclusive release. So as you know, our strategy with Stampin' Up is we have the annual catalogs. And our annual catalog starts in, I think it's May? Yeah, it goes from May of the current year until April of the following year. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then in between we have things, we have what's called online exclusive releases. These are items that are going to be released, and I believe they're released every other month. But they're only going to be available and released online. They will not show up in a catalog. And then twice a year we have what's called our mini catalogs. We have the September to December mini, and then the January to the April mini. So we capture things in between, such as the holidays and things of that nature, between when things are being released. Now, again, if an item is an online exclusive, it will be available online in our online stores only. You will not ever see them in a catalog. And then once they are, as with all of our products, we do not have what's called a clearance rack anymore. Everything goes into our last chance items. Once they hit last chance items, once they're gone, okay? All right, so that's enough about that strategy. And you guys, before I get into showing you all of the good stuff, I would be absolutely 100% remiss if I did not remind you of this awesome promotion that's going on right now. When you join Stampin' Up in the month of October, the 1st through the 31st, you have the option of joining Stampin' Up for $35. You guys, that is $35. What do you get for that $35? I'll tell you. For $35, you get to choose $125 worth of products. Okay? And that's anything that you choose. That's currently available. To include, if you were to join this month, we are in the pre-order period for the November online exclusives. So when you join Stampin' Up this month, you are able to select those products as well. They will be available for you to choose as part of your $125 item. So you'll see what that looks like. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys. I hope that you're impressed and you love what I'm showing you, and that you'll want to join my team. I am looking for crafty people that want to go with me on a trip to Costa Rica in 2026. That is the incentive trip. And I want to grow a team of people that can just go with me every year as we earn that incentive trip. Next year, 2026, is Costa Rica. So if Costa Rica is someplace that you wanted to visit, join my team. Let's go together, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm going to share with you, and now remember I told you that some of the things that I purchased are not necessarily Costa Rica. So remember I told you that some of the items that I'm purchasing, that I purchased, were not just, what was the word I'm looking for? From the new releases, the online exclusive. So here's, at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of every month in October, or every month, Stampin' Up! Releases new kits, right? And I love me some kits. So, and what I love about this one is that it is holiday related. This one is calm and bright, okay? It features, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3 cards of each. So there's 9 cards that you can create with this beautiful kit. And the thing I love about this, let me tell you what I love about this kit, right? Is I am a sucker for a white on white card palette, and with little pops of color. So right off the bat, when I saw this kit, I was like, I have to have it. Now, when I finish creating this kit, I will have 9 additional cards to add to my holiday stash. Now, this is not an assembly only kit. This kit will have a little bit of stamping that we'll have to do, and it comes with a stamp set, okay? And it says, all is calm, all is bright, Merry Christmas, sending joy from our house to yours. You have a little image of a house, a small star, a big star. This is a tree, a snowflake, another star, and then like a constellation type image. So this is was newly released in October as one of the new card kit releases on our website, and it comes with the Lost Lagoon ink spot. Okay, so again, if anything that you see here tonight and you'd like to have it, think about adding it to your cart. And you guys, again, if you're gonna spend $35 in my store, you may as well sign up and be on my team, because if you sign up for $35, you can purchase $125 worth of products and not spend $125. I mean, I think if nothing else, that is like the most amazing thing. All right, the next item I bought is the Advent kit. Now guys, I've never done an Advent calendar before. I have never done an Advent calendar before, but I was excited about this one. I think this is the first time Stampin' Up! Has said that they've done an Advent calendar, and so I had to get it. I'm not going to open it. I am going to share with you what it looks like. And so what the Advent calendar is that there are 12 days of Christmas. 1, 2, where's 3? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 days of Christmas. And starting December 1st, I'm going to open for 12 days, and I'm going to surprise myself. I'm actually going to wait for December 1st. I probably should open it in November, huh? But it's an Advent calendar, so I'm going to wait till December. And they're supposed to be, not supposed to be, behind every one of these doors, there is a surprise product. Now, my understanding from some folks that have already opened it is that when we open all of this, everything builds on itself, and so you'll have like basically a sweet collection by the time we put everything together. Now, this Advent calendar is $99, and you guys, I invite you to get this. And join me on December 1st for the next 12 days after that as we create and put together and play with our Advent calendar, okay? All right, so that's that. So some of the other things that I purchased, hold on, I'm just going to grab a whole handful, right? No order whatsoever. are joining me, guys, and I see that there's a couple of folks watching tonight, hey, just say hello. Let me know that who you are, and just pop on in here. Let me know what's going on, how your day has been. And if you can, do me a big old favor while you're there. Just go ahead and share this video, like it, and comment, interact with me. Who knows, you might win a gift tonight. I'm just saying. Anyway, so first things that I'm going to share with you. This is the Traditions of Christmas suite. Now, the suite is available. If you go online, you'll see that the suite as a self is not available. However, you can purchase parts of the suite. If I'm tracking correctly, the only thing that's missing from the suite is the embellishments. You have, it's a 2 stamp and die set. Comes with some designer series paper. And I think that's everything that it comes with, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the set, okay? So the first thing in the set, let's talk about the traditions of traditional labels, okay? Now, as you'll find in most Stampin' Up! Suite collections, if it's a dual stamp, it's a double stamp and die bundle, I find that lately you'll see that at least one of the stamp sets that's in there is sentiments. You'll find mostly your sentiments, and the other one you'll find mostly just your images. And this suite is no different. So we have this set of photopolymer stamp sets. It is a set of 15, all about the holidays. 'Tis the season, sending love and joy to you, wishes, Merry Christmas, to and from, just for you, and bright. So you have sending cheers to you. Let's see. So many letter combinations you can make. Sending wishes. Happy and bright. Merry and bright. Sending love and joy, cheer. So many different combinations you can make with this stamp set. It is photopolymer. I don't know if you can see it that way. It is photopolymer. And the smallest stamp set on here is our 2 stamp set. Our 2 stamp. And let's see. That is, it's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, that's the smallest set stamp that's in here. Okay, now this has its own coordinating die set. You can tell I just got them, right? Because why? I haven't put them on magnet sheets. I haven't done anything to them. So here are the labels. Now these are decorative labels. I don't know why I thought there was going to be, you know, shaped, but you can put a lot of the sentiments in these. I think the sending will fit in there. The cheer will be in there. So you could do sending cheer. Cheer will fit in the bottom, depending on where you pick it, put it at. You can do merry, happy, happy, let's see, what are we happy doing? Well, you see what I'm saying. And then I just love the decorative ones. I think what I'm going to do for you once I get this on magnet sheets is I'm just going to dye all of these out. And I'm going to post a picture on my website to show you what all of the dyes look like dyed out, die cut out. Okay? So until I get to put them in my... That's how I store them so I don't forget things when I can. The next part of this is the Christmas greenery. It is a set of 12 full of polymer stamp set. It is definitely all of the greenery. Some poinsettias, setias, I think that's how you say that. Of course, you have the pine branches, excuse me, with the poinsettias and little bows that accompany that. And then for our dies, now of course I'm not going to be able to fit all of that in that case, right? But take a look at our dies. The coordinating die has also 12 dies. It is also called Christmas greenery. And guys, guess what? I'm going to create with this, but on the 23rd of October, Stampin' Up! Is hosting a virtual class. Its first ever virtual class, where this is the product, the suite of choice that's going to be. You can purchase the suite. It is, I think the suite is 138, I think is what it is. You can purchase part of it. You can do however you choose to. It's $30 to register for the class. I am hosting a, it's not going to be a watch party because the 23rd, I think, is during the week. And it is during the weekday. It is, so, and I'm at work. So I will be hosting that evening a watch party / craft along for those that didn't participate during the day, that you can get together with me that evening and we can recreate the cards created by Stampin' Up. Plus, we might, you know, just keep working and working and working and create some more of our own. But here are the dies that coordinate, and I believe there's 12 dies, and there's a coordinating die for each one. This die goes with this. This die goes with this. This one is the bow. I'm not sure. This is a stamp. I'm not sure size-wise. Let's take a look at it and see. Yeah, this is way smaller than the berries, but you can die cut some bigger berries. These are some leaves. There are no leaves in the stamp set. Well, not that there are no leaves. This would be the coordinating die for this leaf, I think. This would be the coordinating die for this sentiment or this image. And then there's some extra leaves that we can use. These are extras in there. So we can do so much with this set. All right, so I'm going to put these away. Let me put this back in here. But I do separate my, I do take them out of the Stampin' Up! Cases and put them in sleeves. Speaking of which, oh, let's finish the paper first, because that's exciting to me. I love designer series paper. All right, so the designer series paper is called Traditions of Christmas. It is 12 by 12. There are 12 sheets in here, and this designer paper coordinates with Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, Secret Sea, and Gold. There are 2 sheets of each. In the, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Ooh, I gotta go order some more. You guys don't delay on getting this, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, this paper is going to run out quickly because of people like me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You are going to be amazed when you see them in here. As always, Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, there's always the front, one side is, and I don't call it front or back, but one side is always a little bit more muted, and the other side is a little bit more pizzazz to it, right? So here's our first front and back, okay? So the first side you have is this plaid. Can you see the gold the gold foil that's picking up in here. Is this not the most gorgeous thing? Oh my gosh. I'm already torn about what side I'm going to use. You can see the pool party in here and the cherry cobbler. You can see those colors in here. Love, love, love it. When you get your designer series paper, what do you do with it first? Just leave that in the comment for me. Tell me what you do with your designer series paper. Here's our second. This is like check or checkerboard. Is that what it's called? And then again, you can see the gold foil on the reverse side. Man, this is gorgeous. And these are all the poinsettias. Now, the thing, hold on. Hold on. Let's take a look here. So what I'm looking to see is how or if any of the dies, if they'll die cut any of this. So this looks like a sprig. Once you get closer to it, you'll see that it's a sprig, right? And I'm just playing. I don't know if it will cut it out or not. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. This won't cut any of it. But just so that you can see, this print is kind of like the same as this, only there's more color with the pool party in there. And as you can see, this won't cut anything in there. Okay, so that idea is out the door. It was a thought, but you can always fussy cut. You can always fussy cut it out. I'm wanting to bet, I'm almost 100% positive that there will be something in here that we can cut out with those dies. But let's see. So the next one, this is our secret C color. Ha ha ha, what'd I tell you? Right? And here's our reverse side of that. So something tells me that we will be able, there we go, to die cut this sheet of cards, designer series paper. Do you see how that fits right there? So you can actually take at least one of these sheets and use this die cut and die cut your own elements on there. Okay, so we know that's possible. I think there's one that will die cut the other image, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. But I love this one. Oh, look at that pink in there. So the next sheet, what'd I tell you? Here's our front and our back. Can y'all see this okay? Perfect. And so our next die will die cut these perfectly as well. You know, I appreciate the stamp companies that they put these dies on these super, super strong adhesive, but I absolutely hate, I absolutely hate that it feels like you're breaking your die to get them off. Okay, there you go. All right, so you can see again that the die will cut this piece of designer series paper as well. Okay, so you do not have to fussy cut some of them. All right, let's see if there's anything else that we can die cut. Here's our next. Front and back. So if you're wanting, let's see. I'm trying to see if this will cut any of it out. So those are the only two dies thus far that will work on die cutting our designer series paper. So when I get a pack of designer series paper, after I ooh and ah, after I do a lot of oohing and ahhing, so this one you can see, you'll more than likely be able to fussy cut this, but you can also just use a punch. Ooh. Haha. Let's see. And I'm hoping. I'm hoping. No, that's too big. So it won't die cut anything else. I was hopeful for a second. I was hopeful. I was saying something. What was I saying? Oh, so when I do receive them, after I ooh and ah about all of it, I will automatically take one of each of the sheets and cut them into 6x6 squares. So I'll have 2 packs of 6x6. I'll leave the other sheet intact. And I leave it intact because, you know, I might want to create a belly band with designer series paper rather than cardstock. And so I do end up leaving part of it. So when I get off of here, I'm just going to cut this in 6x6. The other half I'm going to put back with this, so I can use it for maybe 1-inch strips for belly bands if that's what I'm going to do. And then the other I will keep, the other half I will just cut them into 6x6, and I'll keep those, and that'll be my working set when I'm creating, when I'm designing. Not to start with though, because I don't use my Stampin' Up designer series paper to play with. I do not. Once I have my design in mind, and I've already, you know, worked out how it's supposed to be cut properly, etc., etc., that's when I'll use the new stuff. Alright. Then I'll put them in my 6x6 envelopes, or create 6x6 envelopes, put a label on them so I'll know where they came from, if they coordinate with anything, and then I'll put those away. So don't forget, the Traditions of Christmas Suite Collection, and the gems might be back in time, is the product that's going to be for the Stampin' Up's first virtual class. Okay? Alright, so let me grab a whole bunch of things now. Hold on. Let me grab this box. I have this box right to my feet, right? And I'm trying to make sure that I grab it with all of the new stuff. So what else did I buy? I needed some fresh freesia cardstock replaced. And those are new. All right. So now we're going to get into the new stuff. The new stuff. Ooh, this Modern Christmas. I got that one earlier, but I'm just getting some designer series paper. Let me open that one for you, the designer series paper, because I'm loving paper. So this goes with the Modern Christmas Suite. And basic black, gold, and white are the colors in this set, in this cardstock. So let me just pull them out, right? Hold on. just go ahead and put this away now. Hold on. And then we can play with the set that's already out. All right. So, again, this is 12 sheets, two sheets of each print. And so here's the front. I'm going to share with you the front of all of them. So we have some gold with black. This is, oh, which set is this one? I think this will be perfect for the stamp set. I don't remember the name of it. I think, the one with the Mary and Joseph scene. So this might be a good one for that. Then, oh, this one's just a fun one. This is kind of like a holly. Is it holly? A holly branch, and these are the holly berries. But you don't normally see these in black and white, right? Black, white, and gold. Stripes in black, gold, and white. This reminds me of Pittsburgh Steelers. It reminds me of the Pittsburgh Steelers, what is that called? Logo? Some trees. And of course, our Christmas ornaments. Look at that shine. Isn't that beautiful? But remember I just said, Stampin' Up! Generally has a very, what's this side? A muted side, and then one that's a little bit more flamboyant or bright. So here's the muted side. Some tree, and this side is in all black and white. So we have the trees. We have some fa la 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 la. Some abstract. Another abstract. Some dots. And some, I don't know what these are called. But this is, there you go. So front and back of this set called Modern Christmas. Okay. This is why I tend to cut them down, because otherwise I can't show them to you, right? How about we do it that way? That's our front side. And then we're going to flip them, and that's the other side. Okay? Alright guys, now we're moving into new stuff. The next set of things I'm going to share with you are all available to the public for general purchase on November, I think it's November 1st. Okay? But these are items from the online exclusive. Now, take a look at this. Let me share with you. It's the first packages, items that's coming out in our new packaging. Woohoo! What do I mean by new packaging? Starting with our November online exclusive, Stampin' Up! We're switching from our stamp cases to our stamp sleeves. Look at these. And I'm happy. I'll tell you why I'm happy. Right? Because when I get stamps that look like this, I generally will have to go through the process of taking them out of this, putting them in their own sleeves. Guess what I don't have to do anymore? Well, because, again, starting November 1st, or with our November online exclusive products, Stampin' Up is now going to be using these sleeves. Now, if you are like me and you purchase them, they can be quite an expensive process. But, so now I don't have to spend that money to buy separate sleeves. Now, these sleeves are 5 and 5/8 by 9. Okay, these are 5 and 5/8 by 9. Now for me, with my old pockets, my storage container width-wise, not a problem. Okay, I can already tell you that it's going to work. Okay, but it's a little bit taller than the current than my current storage sleeves. However, I have the my IKEA Calyx. I believe those are 13 by 13. The cubby holes in there, they're 13 by 13s. So you should still have about 4 inches clearance in the IKEA Calyxes to store these new pockets. Okay? I love them. You know what else is wonderful? I get so much. Stampin' Up will be selling these sleeves as a separate item. But I can already tell you that I might have what I need, because what do? I will always store, stamp, and die in the same sleeve. So with these, once I've done that, I got 4 sleeves available that if I wanted to, I could go ahead and transition some of my my other sets into these sleeves, or I can use these for other storage, just like I did before. Okay, so now let me just go ahead and start sharing with you some of the new products that's coming out in November in our online exclusives. All right, so the first one that I'm going to share is Petals of Beauty, and it's online exclusive, so I don't have a catalog that I can refer back to. I seem like I'm frozen on YouTube. Can y'all see me on YouTube? I don't seem to be. Hold on a second. Let me just check. If you can still see me, let me know, because what I'm looking at shows me as frozen, and I just want to make sure that if I need to stop and make sure I connect again, or what have you, that I need to do what I need to do technically. Okay, give me just a moment. Yes, I have to have all of the oh, I didn't, it's on do not disturb. Okay, no, I'm not frozen. I'm not frozen. I can see it. So it's just that device that it seems to be frozen on. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, so again, this is the new packaging that comes with Stampin' Up. And as you can see, I have stamp and die stored in here. If it's a suite, and more than likely most of our suites come with embellishments, you can put your embellishments in here as well. This is Pearls of Beauty, so I'm going to say this probably does belong in here, okay? So let's share the products. So Petals of Beauty, as you can see, there's no sentiments on here. So this is an image only set. It doesn't say it on here, but this seems to be a layering stamp set. I can see that this one might layer with this one. this one layers with this one. I think that's how this works. But you know what? We might just play with it tonight. I don't know, guys. We're up. We might as well get it done. So with this set, you'll see that you will have to use another sentiments from another one. Okay, and any other stamp set that you'd like to, you'll have to use it from there. Now, what's missing from the new is that the images are on the outside. Now, the way Stampin' Up! Does its packaging now is that the images are on the inside sleeve, right? So when you're like me and you're trying to make sure that everything is together, right, and you're not missing a stamp, you can kind of, let me show you what I'm talking about. On our current sleeves, there's pre-printed images on here. So what I like to do to make sure that I'm not missing anything is I'll line this right back up and I'll put things right back where they need to be. And you can see that little blank space and you're like, wait, something's missing. That's how I know that I'm missing things or not. So I watched another demonstrator today, Sherry, from Sherry's Cards. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to share with you a trick that we can use to kind of get the same effect and maintain the cards. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that part right now. So what part of that is let's grab some double-sided tape here. And I'm only going to do a part of that, right? And I'm only going to do a part of it because, well, heck, I might as well do it all. Right? So on the little plastic protective sheets, one side of one acetate is a little bit firmer than the other. So I'm going to put double-sided tape on both sides. Right? This is what she showed today. And I was wondering what I was going to do. Let's put some on the other side as well. If you're just joining in, I'm just doing a little bit of an unboxing. This is a tip as to how you can organize your stamp sets coming in the new packaging. So again, you'll have one sided acetate that's a little bit firmer than the other. And right off the bat, I'm going to decide this is the back. So wherever I'm going to place this image, okay? So let's go ahead and release. Where is my, take your pick tool. That thing always eludes me. That's why I have 1,000,001 take your pick tools or pick tools. I do have the take your pick tools, but I'll just grab them because I just have so many. Okay. All right, so this, I'm taking off the release paper from the more firm window sheet, acetate, if you will. And I'm going to layer this right on here, trying to be as straight and as even as possible, which for me might not necessarily be very. And before I release this part, here's what she did. She took this off. I'm going to put this aside. And I'm going to grab, oops. It's the same thing she did. Our photopolymer is so sticky. Try to, up. I just messed it up. But it's okay. What not to do when you're doing this process, right? Is try to make sure that you keep this separate. Let's just cut that off so that we don't create any issues. And we don't need our stamping to be perfect on that one, right? So I'm going to grab my, you can use any color that you want in this process. Hold on a second. But I'm going to grab, I'm going to go to grab with Smoky Slate. Let's see about that one. Right? I'm just going to ink this up. I am going to ink it up. Doesn't need to be stamped perfectly. Right? And then we're going to try to make sure we lay this in place. Burnish. Okay. And voila. You have your image. So you can also use that to as your guide, right? Clean this off. Let that dry for a second. And then all I'm going to do is bring this guy right back in there. Put this right back on. That. Make sure this dries because this is a little bit, it's vinyl. Vinyl is probably not the word that I'm looking for, but the material that the paper is in, glossy, that's the word that I'm looking at. So you just might want to let it dry for a little bit. There we go, where it's dried. And then we're just going to take this off. So that's a tip for you. If you like to have the image on the inside of the stamp set of the little jacket, like it is with the current Stampin' Up sleeves, then this is one way that you can obtain that look. Right? And there you go. And with the acetate, the window sheet still in place, you cover it. Look at that. Is that not amazing? I love it. So I'm not going to do the others like that tonight, but I wanted to share that tip with you really, really quickly. All right. Let's grab all of this out of the way. And then the coordinating dies are here as well. Look at this. There's so many extras in here. So this will probably, this one will die cut. So you have an outline. So if you stamp this, you can cut it out. You have like the, what's that thing? The fill part here. And you have it both with the larger flower and the smaller flower. You have the die cut for this one. You have the die cut for the leaves, this one for this leaf, and these two are extras. So, I mean, I love that Stampin' Up! Gives us extras, don't you? And so the other thing that I'm going to do with my dice, with mine, is I'm going to grab my acrylic pens and I'm going to put a circled paint dot right here, and that's going to let me know because everything is going to be stood facing this way. And normally you would see it this way. So I'm already going to put labels on here, but I'm going to have a little dot up here with the acrylic paint pen, and that's going to just let me know that there's a stamp, one color for a die, one color for a punch, so I can know what it's coordinating with. So there's one, and I think there's, well, not I think, I know there's coordinating paper with that, because it's part of a suite. So let me find it. It's the Brushed with Beauty designer series paper, and it comes in, oh, this is gorgeous. Look at these. Pearls of Beauty are the jewels. There's 180 of them in here, and the colors that I'm seeing, this is probably Timid Tiger, white. I would probably say this one is, let me see what color's in here. It's not Early Espresso. It's like a tan color. So these are going to go in there. I tend to put my embellishments in with the case. That way everything is in there when I go to create. I don't have to wonder which embellishments went with what. Everything is together. Alright. And now the designer series paper. Again, this is Brushed with Beauty. It is 12 by 12. The coordinating colors are Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Secret Sea, and Very Vanilla are the colors that's in here. There's 12 sheets. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous, you guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I have to show it to you. All right. Hold on. I do have 12 by 12 sleeves, so I don't once I get these open, I really don't put them back in these bags. I don't. I put them in the sleeves. All right, so let me show you these. I'm excited about it. So, as always, the front side of one side is more of our muted color patterns. Look at these. Are these not gorgeous? Look at these. Do you have a favorite in here? My eye goes to this one. The second one it goes to is this one. But look at when we flip them over. Look at this. These actually look like little paintings. Look at these. These remind me of cherry blossoms, only they're not the right color for cherry blossoms, but they do remind me of cherry blossoms. Look at these. These are gorgeous. Oh. I got a lot of cut work to do tonight, y'all. That's already 3 sets I gotta cut out. Alright, so the next in our new November releases is Friendly Foliage. This is a Stampin' die set. Bundle, yes. This is going to be a long one tonight, guys, because we are doing showing you the products that's coming out. The sentiments in friendly foliage are here for you always. Wishing you all the best. Get well soon. Sending love. You're on my mind and in my heart. Thinking of you. And then we have these images. You guys, this stamp set or this bundle can be used year round. Okay, that is what I love a lot about some of the stamp sets that I choose to purchase, is the fact that they can be used around. I try not to do seasonal so much because, of course, what happens with seasonal? Once the season's done, you can't use them anymore until the next season. But you can always send messages, encouraging messages, all year round. So I definitely do try to make sure that my collection includes products that can be used year round. All right, so let's take a look and see what these dies are going to do. So we already know this is going to die cut this. Oh my gosh, it's like true to size. Can you figure? Then we're going to have, this is probably going to cut out. What is this going to cut out? So if you look at this, this looks like it will cut these. Well, that's not right. Oh, it does. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. So that'll die cut that. So I'm going to stamp these out so you can see what these look like. Okay. I think this will cut this guy. This will cut this one. And then these two are extras in the kit or in the bundle. When I say extras, it just means that there's no image for it that you can stamp. So that's just to add some of your extra accoutrement in the set. Okay? I'm excited. I might play with this one tonight just so you can see how they stamp. And that is the Friendly Foliage Bundle. I don't have the prices, and I unfortunately did not print them off. So I don't have the prices for you in terms of what they're called, okay? Words of Beauty, the prices for them. Words of Beauty is the next bundle. This is a sentiment bundle. And our stamps are just and because in script, just and because in regular print. I don't remember what these were called. I think they start with an A, you know, the triple dot. There's a name for them. And it says, just because you're a great friend, it's your birthday, just because I appreciate you, I think you're amazing, just because, or just because I think you're amazing. You're so lovely. I love you just because. You're so kind. You're so sweet. You've been on my mind just because. I mean, this is like an awesome sentiment, you guys. All right, so the largest stamp set in here, the because is 3 5/8 maybe wide from tip to tip, and the longest is 1.5 inches. Okay, then the next longest is, let's see, this is 3 inches by 3/8 of an inch. It's about what all of them are. So if that tells you anything as far as for when you're cutting your sentiment strip. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at the dies. So you have a die for the Just Because. You have an outline. Ooh. You have an outline and a the fill. What is this? Because they look the same. Okay, so here we go. Ah, layering. That's what it is. It's layering. So this one will be like your shadow outline. This will be the next layer, and then this will be the one that you see. So you maybe stamp this in white. This might be a different color, and then this might be your black or whatever is your darkest color you're going to use for your sentiment. I'm going to have to stamp that out for you guys as well so you can see what that looks like. But this is the Words of Beauty from the November 2025 release. The next one looks like it's going to be so much fun. Look at this. We had a stamp. We had one similar to this. I think it was like the swirly. It's called Swirl Designs. It's just 7 pieces, 7 photopolymers stamp sets, or stamps with coordinating die. You can see from the die set that there's additional shapes that's not included. So we've got the little swirls here. This is the watercolor, like a watercolor wash. And these are just like some edge abstract things that you can use as part of your design. Then let's see what we have. So then we now, oh, remember we had that swirly die before? So we have one in like a oval shape. We have one in a star shape. We have one in a, I guess, diamond or an oblong square, maybe. And then we have these extras. Oh my gosh, this is going to be fun. Yes. I'm excited to play with this. I've already seen, because some of our demonstrators, since we've been able to pre-order these, have, you know, some of them do express or shipping, and so they've already been playing with them and already have projects posted, and they're just amazing. All right, and the last of the new stamp sets that I purchased was the pop-up petals. This is also a Stampin' die. Did I put the other one in there wrong? No? Let's see. I didn't think this one had dies. I gotta go back and look. I don't think it did. All right, so the sentiments in pop-up petals. Thanks for being there. I love this font though. The font on this one is awesome. Thanks for being there. Grateful for your friendship. You get me, and I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, who doesn't get me? You make my life better just by being in it. Oh my goodness. Guys, you also have, this is also a layering set. And you see that you can add color to just the leaves and the stem. It seems like that. Oh yeah, it's separate. So yeah, so you can add color individually. Okay, same with this one, same with that one. Oh, we're gonna have fun with that. So again, everybody, if you want to start getting some of these items, the one way to do it, if you want to get them now, is when you join my team, or when you join Stampin' Up between October 31st. You can join and become a demonstrator for $35, and you get to pick $125 worth of products. That's included. Free shipping is included in that. I mean, why? I mean, if I could quit and start again, I would. But that means I'd go back to the beginning. I don't want to do that. But I would definitely take advantage of the promotion special. $35, $125 for $35 join fee. All right, next one is Hobby. I did the designer series paper. Hobby Haven is what it's called. I wanted to see this paper like up close. Uh-oh, something fell off. Something fell. And it seemed like it was a, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a specialty pack. Because there's die cuts. Yes, something fell. I gotta find that one. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. But I love it. You guys. All right. So in this is two sheets that are laser cut. So these are already done, so you can just add adhesive to them and use them in that way. What I'm probably going to end up doing is taking them apart. Matter of fact, let me do that now because I'm about to lose them and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is take them apart. I wouldn't normally do it, but because when I took them out of the package, you see how they were already separating, and I just don't want to run the risk of losing any. So I'm going to just take them apart right now and secure them. So what's going on in the craft room? You guys, I'm trying to grow my team. That's the first thing, because going to Costa Rica next year is something I would really, really like to do. And in order to do that, I just want to be able to go with some of my closest friends who are also my downline, people that's on my team. So I would love to have a team that we can go together, craft together, experience Costa Rica together. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, actually. That's why I stopped. Yes. But I'm doing this part, and I normally wouldn't do this on camera. I would, do it off camera. But when I opened the pack, it just felt like they were about to come off, and I didn't want to lose any. So I'm just going to take that time right now to separate them. And also maybe give you some ideas of how to do them so that you don't lose them if you purchase this designer series paper. It's a sewing machine. I'm going to show you the cardstock, or the designer series paper, because that's, the colors alone, when I saw it and I opened it and it was the bright side, I was just like, oh man, this is so pretty, just from looking at the colors. I didn't even see any of the prints, really. I just saw, the colors, and I felt immediately a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Yeah. Alrighty. I know, I'm making you guys wait because I don't want you to leave until I show it to you. Yes. I want you to hang around. Product premiere videos always take a little bit longer, especially depending on how much I've purchased and I'm wanting to share with you. Because I really want to be able to give you guys a good idea of what things look like, so that you can make informed decisions when you decide to purchase. And I try to do things the same, when I say the same way, for it to be real, so that you can see sometimes things are frustrating, but I show you how I work through that, so that when you get them, you'll already have an idea of some of the things you can and can't do, because you do whatever you want with your things, but some of the things you can do it to overcome some of the obstacles that you may face. So what I'm planning on doing is going through, tomorrow I'm going to go live again in the craft room on YouTube. And I'm going to bring back I call it the case the catalog, where I pick an item, but really what I'm going to end up doing is casing the online exclusives or the catalog, whichever one floats my boat. This one page, what I'm working with right now, this designer series paper is called the Hobby Haven. It's from the new online exclusives that's going to be available in November. I just got the designer series paper from this collection. I didn't get any of the other products. I do try to get a lot of the designer series paper because I'm a designer series paper snob. I just love it all. Oh, you put yours in the DVD cases. Oh, but I have these little envelopes. I just go ahead and I pop them out. And I store them in here. I still do sometimes, like when the Memories and Mores and I think they're called no, they're not. What are they called? The new things, the ephemera packs that we have now in our stores. I put those in the DVD cases, or the die sleeves, because they all fit in there too. But yeah, I just put them in these things. They're kind of flat. They're not going to take up much more room. But I saw this paper and the colors. I mean, look at the pool party. I think that's what that color is in the back. Look at how that's just popping up and so bright. You're welcome. You are welcome. And thanks for finding my channel. I don't know, did you find it from Facebook? How did you find me? However you found me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share me with some of your other crafting friends so that they can also pop in and see me sometime. Are you in the where are you watching me from? There we go. We're almost done putting it all away. And the little envelopes take up such a little profile, so that's why I kind of tend to use them. You know, because space is just one of those things that you never have enough of. You never have enough space. All right. So now I get to share with you the paper. seal this right down like that. And this is good to go. All right. Now let's get to the paper. Sorry. I'm trying to do a nice reveal for you guys so you can see it all. All right. So here's the Hobby Haven Designer Series paper. And again, the colors that coordinates with this, we have Cajun, Basic Beige, Cajun Craze. And if you're wondering where I'm getting it from, it says that right on the label, okay? South Dakota, woohoo! Oh, well, thank you. So Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea are all the colors that we can find throughout this Designer Series paper. So I'm going to share with you the muted side first of the Designer Series paper. All right. As with most Stampin' Up! Paper, there's always, Designer Series paper, there's always a muted side and then a more playful side. Are you a, do you make cards, Paige? Are you a card maker, just a general crafter, mostly scrapbook? What do you do? Now, of these 6 prints, which ones jumped out at you most? I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing one because there's always 6. 1. Oh, the 6th one was the cut sheets. Sorry, so this one there's 5. So of these 5, which one jumped out at you? No scrapbooker. No, you are scrapbooker, or no to scrapbooking. So when I looked at this palette, this side, in the order of, leave a comment for me first of all. Let me know which is your favorite. I'm numbering them from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Ooh, number 5 is your favorite. Okay. All right. The first one that jumped out at me, obviously this was the first page that was up, but this one, 1, 2, and 3. My top 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let me flip them over so you can see what the other side looks like. So the other side, so we've got some books on this one, and you guys, the thing about this is you can also fussy cut them. Okay, so we've got books. So we got the bookworm covered, people that like to read. This one, let's see, we got bathroom, you know, shower, maybe spa day-ish kind of thing. So you got those for the spa day kind of folks. Ah, well, welcome to Stampin' Up! And I'm glad you found me. Hope you stick with me. The books, right? Then you have the bakers, right? People that love to cook. Then you have people like me, if you want to look at it that way. You got the couch potatoes, or you have the gardeners, or the people that love to sit and watch TV. This one is so not me, y'all. I am not, well, the first thing that came to my mind was cleaning the house and all that stuff, and then, like, that is so not me, right? But then you have the other crafts. You got the sewing, the crochet, the knitting. Let's see what else they have. Yeah, the measuring tape, the pin cushions. So this is for, they've got several hobbies covered in this one. So again, here's our front side, which is a little bit more vibrant, for lack of a better term. And then we have our more muted palette in the back. Alrighty. Paige, if you'll look in the description box, there is, you'll see I know, the baking, right? I'm going to have my information scroll at the top to include my email. So Paige, reach out to me. Thanks for interacting with me tonight. Just reach out to me and I'll have a little gift for you just for interacting with me tonight. I will need your contact information, your mailing address, if you don't mind sharing. And I will pop a little gift in there for you just for stopping by and sharing with me, sharing some time with me today. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything else in the goodie box? What else? What else? What else? I don't think so. That's it. That's all the goodies today. But I did tell you that I was going to play with one of the stamps. I want to see what... Okay, so of the new stuff, right? Which one do you want us to play with? This is all from the November release that's coming up. Again, as a demonstrator, you get to pre-purchase, pre-order if you are a demonstrator. So which one of these do you want us to play with tonight? Again, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think I want to play with... Which do I want to play with? I want to play with Friendly Foliage. Do you guys have a thought? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Okay. All right, Paige. We'll do whatever you want tonight because you're the one that's talking to me, right? So I'm not sure that I'm going to make a card. We might, depending on what we create, but I just want to play with them. All right, so let's take a look. So the first thing I want to do is I want to see how these stamp, right? So let's grab our stamps. Put our dies back. I think I may just stamp them out a little bit. Oh, okay. An idea just popped into my head. Let's do it. You're up for anything. All right. How to use the shadow stamps. All right, let's take a look. Let me grab some cardstock. I always have some pre-cut. I always have pre-cut quarter panels, right? So I just reach in, or these are my A2 card bases. Where are my pre-cut panels? I always buy cardstock and have them pre-cut, so that I always have A2 size card bases. A2 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I just reach over, grab a couple, and get ready to stamp and do whatever is necessary, right? So let's just grab a piece. All right, let's take a look. So I shared earlier in the video how I'm gonna have the images appear on the inside. So if you go back to the beginning, you'll see how I did that, okay? So this is a 2-step stamp. And so 2-step stamping, we always have the outline and the detail. So generally I will always stamp my outline first. And I always do that in a lighter color. And then I stamp the detail. Now, a lighter color might very well just mean I do 2nd generation stamping versus full strength. All right, so let's see. What colors do I want to play with? So I'm going to use, let's go with this one. Let's see how Petal Pink and Strawberry Slush. That might be a little bit too much. Well, let's see. Only one way to find out, right? And we're just playing. We're not creating, I think. Right? Maybe? Huh? I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. So, Petal Pink is our outline color. And I'm just going to do what's called random stamping all over. Okay. Make sure I ink this up very well. And then here. Okay. Then I think Strawberry Slush might be a little bright for this, but it's okay. It's okay. We are just playing. Then we're going to grab our detailed stamp set or stamp, and I'm going to condition them, right? Generally for photopolymer stamps, you got to condition them a little bit, get some of that residue off of there. Now one of the ways to condition them is just to run your the pads of your fingers over them to try to do that. The other way is to stamp with Versamark ink and then add your own ink, right? All right. So if my head gets in the way here, I do apologize, because I find that most times I need to be like right over the image. All right. So now I'm going to try to figure out how this stamp aligns, right? Nope, it's not. Oh, is it? So what I'm going to use to line up, so you see this is a 2 image here, that's a 3 image there, right? So I can already tell you that this is going to line up like that. So here we have our 2 leaf and our 3 leaf, right? So you just kind of take a look at the stamp and you see where things line up. And then I might, if my head gets in the way, I do apologize, right? Then I'm just going to line it up as best as I can, as my head is not directly over the image, and I might be off just a little bit, and then I'm going to stamp. Okay? And there we go. Take a look at that. Right? So it's just about lining them up. And once you find that point, that your reference point, it should be easier, and you can turn that stamp any which way you want as long as you know where your reference point is. There you go. Okay? And if you're off sometimes, that's okay too. Just gives it more of a little bit more of a watercolor look. And if you're not sitting, I find that for me, 2-step stamping, I have got to be right over top of it, and I'm not. So the fact that it's not coming out exactly, I'm okay with that because of how I'm sitting. Okay? Okay? All right. So again, our touch point is 2 and 3, and you see 1, 2, 3 of the leaves. Okay, hold on. I gotta stand up because now I gotta see what I'm doing. All right. Make sure it's over lined up, and then there you go. See, I'm a little bit better when I stand up. When I first started stamping, I was so, what's the word? Anal, I think is the word I'm using, because I couldn't deal with the discoloration of my stamps. Oops, I made a mess. Right? Okay. So there we go. There's our one flower from the bunch. That was a pretty combination. I'm gonna write on the back what colors I used, right? And sometimes you can do that so that you know if you're struggling for combinations, you'll know what you've tried. I always had a pencil in here. Where'd my pencil go? So colors were strawberry slush and petal pink. Okay. But we're not done yet. Nope, we're going to stamp some more. Grab my water. Clean off my stamp a little bit. Now, red is one of those, any of the reds or the pinks, the darker pinks, they tend to stain your stamp. So if you're like me, at some point you're going to have to get over the fact that your stamp is stained. Yes. Like I had to. Right, so we've got our 1, 2, 3 stamps. So that's going to go this way. And all I'm doing is using that as a guide as to where to put my stamps back. That's a 3 for over there. There we go. And so when I close it, everything will go back where it needs to be. Isn't that amazing? All right, so then we're going to use our leaves as some fillers. So we're going to use this one. No, we're going to use, can we use this one? Where am I going to use this? Hold on. So I can use that here. I can put this here. Okay, so we're going to use this one because we see where we can do some fill. This I think is our outline. That might be something separate. That's a separate stamp, it seems like. We'll see. So I'm going to, what green? I'm going to use some green. And, oh, let's bring in some, do we want to do Granny Apple Green or Old Olive? I think Old Olive. What do you think? Let's do some Old Olive. Do you want to do Old Olive or Granny Apple Green? I'm sorry, this is Parakeet Party. That's not the right one. this is Granny Apple Green. So do we want to go with Granny Apple Green or Old Olive? Sounds great? Okay. Old Olive it is. All right. I don't know why that looked like it was gonna, but it's not. All right, so we're gonna do a little stamping off here. We're gonna do some two-step stamping on this one. Okay. Let me condition this just a little bit more. All right. So we're gonna go darker here, like that. And then we're gonna second generation right here. Okay. Oh, we should second generation all throughout. Lesson learned. But since we started with that, we're going to finish. We're going to put this guy right here. Right? And second generation over here. Like that. We didn't get as much off because the stamp set was cattywampus in here, so it was not conducive to that. But it's okay. We have some color, which is great. Where's my little? There it is. Then I'm gonna grab. So what we're doing, if you didn't realize it, is we are creating our own designer series paper as well. Okay. Generally what I will do is I will take a sheet that's of 8.5 by 11 and I will trim it down to maybe 8 by 10.5. Is that right? That way I can cut 4 by 5.25 on each of them. And then just create a whole sheet of designer series paper. Okay? But this one, we're just doing a quarter panel. And then, what else can we use for some fill? We can use these guys for fill. Maybe this one. And then use the smaller ones for our last areas of fill. All right, so for the next color, I think I'm probably going to use, how about we use some Darling Duckling? I might want to stamp this one off too. Let me grab a sheet of paper. So if we're going to stamp off, because I think we want it all to be lighter tones, right? I'm going to put this one here. That might be too light, but it's okay. It's already done. It's already done. I'm going to put this one here. All right. I'm going to try to put another one in here somewhere. Just like that. Okay. One more color. What is the last color that we're going to use? I'm just playing. I am just playing. I think, oh, these are supposed to be, I think these are supposed to be the insides of those guys, those flowers. So this is another two-stepper right here. So this is going to be the insides of those. Oh, that's going to be pretty. I'm glad I stamped off. Hold on. I am glad I stamped off. Now when you do two-step stamping, you can use completely different colors like I did here, or you can stamp off, you can use second generation stamping. So with the second generation stamping, which is what I'm calling it, whatever your outline is, your outline color is, you want that to be your lightest shade. So that's the one you'll always stamp off. When you're going to come in with the detail, that's the one that you want to be full strength. Okay, so it'll look like you used two different tones, but you really just used one. Okay, let's try to line this up again. And again, let me stand up. So at least I have a hope in blazes of getting it lined up right. As of right now, I don't. I don't even think I have this right. But see? Can you see the two tones? And it looks like two completely different color inks, and it's not. So that's a technique just known as second generation stamping. Perfect. Guys, just like that, we have created this panel that when we're ready for it, we can die cut it, we can cut it down, we can use it as just grab a piece of a sentiment, die cut a sentiment. Oh, no problem, you're very welcome. Just do a sentiment that you, oh well, just because. I think we have that set, right? You can die cut just because and put it right across there and just have a very simple card front. I think I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with this, so I'm just going to leave this one as is and look for a card for this. Look for a card created with this panel. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but ideas are brimming. Ideas are brimming. All right, so this goes here. Yeah, let's go there somewhere. Exactly. Yes, I love card making. This is my passion. Okay, so now we can put this, oops, one fell off. Here it is. All right. So that was our Petals of Beauty that we played with. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna stick this right in there though. I like it. I think that was a pretty cool color palette too. So I'm gonna put this right in here for now. And then I'm gonna just have a quick play with our swirled designs and see what we can come up with that one really quickly, and then I'll let you guys go. See, I don't want you guys to leave. All right. Ooh. All right. Okay, so what is it that we're wanting to do here with this? What can we do with this? Okay. My brain's going here. All right. A couple of things have popped into my head. I'm thinking. So this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So if I cut that in half, I have a mess going on around here, y'all. So pardon me. Grabbing my trimmer. So we got a piece of cardstock, our panel, that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, right? And so I think what I want to do is create a panel. Let me clean my track, because I know I just put a whole bunch of debris in there. Right? All right. So let's trim this down to 5 1/2 is 2 3/4, right? I am just thinking on the spot here, y'all. So we do have two panels now that are 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, right? That's what our panels are. Do I have a schedule for posting? I try to go live. Well, I'm actually getting better at coming back. I try to do Fridays, late night stamping. I try to get on with a technique either Tuesday or Thursday, and then sometimes I just come randomly on. But I do try to stick to, and then I do what's called roll of the die. And I used to do roll of the die on the second Sundays of the month, but now I'm going to probably end up doing it on the third Sundays of the month. And what that is I have these set of dies that I roll, and I just create with whatever the dies tell me to create. There's a set of 5 dies. And the 5 dies, one will say like a color family, one will say add bling or use designer series paper, one will say it's birthday or congratulations, and you just have to create a card based on what you've rolled with the dice. Come up with some pretty interesting things when I do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, so my favorite, let's play with Secret Sea a little bit. It's probably dark. Or Cloud Cover, I'm sorry. So we're going to play with Cloud Cover. And let me see what it looks like, full strength, and then stamped off. Well, heck, just do it on that. One will be a full strength version and the other will be a stamped off version, right? That's kind of how you can create 2 cards at once, right? if you're using second generation stamping. So the first one card will be the full strength, because you'll always use the full strength, and then the other will be stamped off. Okay, so here's our first one. So I'm going to start up there, and then here with second generation. Well, that's way too light. Well, no, let's let it go, because we said we're going to do 2 cards in one full strength, 1 second generation. So let's do what we say we're going to do. And then this one, I think I'm going to do that. And then second generation over here. Well, thank you. All right, and then here's, so we have this one full strength and one that's second generation, right? And so what I'm gonna do is, and again, I'm just kind of going off the top, right? I don't have anything in mind per se. Oh, let's go with this one. Let's go with that one. You make my life better just by being in it. I like that. Now, all of these cards that I'm creating right now is completely off the top of my head. I just didn't have, it's just random, playing with the stamp set and just going with whatever floats my boat. That's it. And of course, with Paige giving me some guidance in terms of what she wants to see. All right, so here's what we have here, and I'm gonna emboss. Did I bring my embossing powder back in here? I did. Good. So where's my black? I want to keep this kind of simple. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna go with it might work on that color, but not so much that. So I'm gonna stick with black. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm just gonna do my anti-static powder on them. Now you're not seeing as much on this one because this was completely is second generation, and the color was so light as it was that you're not able to see it. Okay. Let's grab that, move that one out of the way. And then we're going to come in on this one, do the same thing, stamp right here. You make my life better just by being in it. I love that. That's such an awesome. Thank you so much, Paige, for liking and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate that. Paige, I also host, like once a month, I will host a craft together. I'll send out a Zoom link, and if you just want to come on in and join us and you can craft, you can make cards, or you can, whatever your project is that you want to work on, you're more than welcome to do that. So let me know if you're interested when you reach out to me, and I can provide you that link. Okay? All right, so here's the other one. And y'all know I like to double and triple heat emboss my sentiments. They just pop just a little bit more when you do it that way. So I tend to do that. Alrighty. Let's get our heat tool warmed up. And so what I'm really going to do with this is once this is done, I'm going to add a matte layer to it. I'm going to add some, ooh, that's what I'm going to do too. You guys, the ideas are just coming for this. So I can see that I'm going to create a gift card set with this. What I would do is stamp the watercolor splash in different colors, so that in the gift set that I create, you'll have all different colors in it. So there's the Secret C. I can do it all in the in color palettes. You can do it all in the Regal palettes. Or you can just pick different shades of other different colors. So can you see with, I don't know if it's clearer there or not, but with the double embossing, it just pops just a little bit more. And I'm going to do triple on this one so you can see the difference with triple. You gotta work fast when you're doing this technique, because once it heat sets, it won't accept the powder anymore. Okay, so we've heat set this, and we're just going to stamp a couple more things on there. Ooh. Tell you, the ideas just keep flowing. As much as I love heat embossing, you guys, I get powder everywhere. Everywhere. All right. So there are some other images in this set that I'm going to use. I probably should have thought about that one a little bit more. But let's see if it'll work. If we put our vase right here, it'll fit. Right, so we got a little vase we can put right here. It'll fit there, and it'll fit there. Perfect. All right, and then what color do I want my vase? I'm not going to use the Versamark inks on this one because I do have to heat set them. So I'm not going to use the Versamark, the VersaFine inks, right? And so let's bring out our Secret C. Let's go with our Secret C. Oh, this is going to fill the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to go with the Secret C on this one, and then full strength cloud cover on the other one. Probably should have done the cloud cover first, right? All right, so we want this to the bottom right, as close to the edge as possible, like so. Now the other thing we could have done with this is we could have built our vase and flowers off and die cut it, because there is a die cut for this. I'm probably going to do that on the other one. Not this one, but I'm going to try this again with another different color, with other colors. All right. Make sure this is straight. Then as far to the right as we can get it to line up. Like that. And then we're going to put a simple, we're going to put this flower in there. Aha! Sorry. I just had an idea. Sorry, guys. I'm going to mask it. Yes, I'm going to mask it off. If I can find my masking paper, I will anyway. There we go. So. Oh yeah, we Zoom all the time. Matter of fact, me and myself and some of my other friends, we get together every Sunday. Whether it's 2 of us, 5 of us, whatever it is, we get together every Sunday for about 4 or 5 hours, and that's all we do is talk and craft. One of our ladies, she sews. Another one makes pens, so it's not just card making. We try to make a home for everybody. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mask here. I don't think there's enough ink on that, so I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to stamp it up again. And I'm going to show you the masking technique. So if you're not familiar with that, get ready to have a little bit of fun. Alright. Let that dry for a little bit. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut it out. There is a die. You can use the die cut, but this is such a simple image. I'm just going to fussy cut it. And when you fussy cut your image or die cut it for masking, you want to get on, you want to cut on the line. Generally when I'm fussy cutting, I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a border, but when I'm fussy cutting for masking, I try to cut on the line or just a little bit on the inside of the line, so that way when you create your scene, whatever it is you're doing, you don't have that line of separation in between the images that way. So in this particular instance, I want the vase to be in the front. So when you're masking, you kind of have to keep in mind what scene you're trying to create. In this image, in this case, I want the vase to be in the front and the floral stems and branches to be in the back, right? So it'll look like the flowers coming out of the vase. So keeping that in mind, of course, I just stamped my flower first, or the vase first. and then I would stamp the flowers. If I wanted the flowers in front, whatever the image that is that you want in the front, that's the image that you stamp first. All right, come on, release, release, release. All right. When I first learned masking, I was so, I mean, I was so amazed. I had seen somebody put it was, I think it was like a scene of some sort. I can't remember what it was. And I'm like, I racked my brain trying to figure out how did they do that? And I couldn't figure it out until I learned about masking. All right, so I think I'm probably gonna do this flower. Right? Let's go with this flower. Let's just say the creative process is not as neat as when I say neat. And you have to audition things, right? So there's a little messy sometimes. Okay. So here we've got our flower. And I'm just going to do a single flower on this one, right? Okay, that'll work. And then I'm going to stamp it with, you never heard of masking? Well, see, that's what I'm here for. All right, let's do this. What are we going to have with this image? Okay, good. We still have things that we can color. So you'll see, let's see. Now we're going to line that up. Just like that. Okay. And you'll see when I take the mask off, it'll seem just as if the flower is coming right out of the vase. And it's sitting in it. Do you see? That's how you get the image to look like it's in the back. I'm going to do the same thing here. And in this one, it won't matter just so much because I'm going to use the same secret seed. And that's the same color as my vase. So that won't matter as much, the masking. Perfect. All right. So we're going to do one more, let's see. I'm just going to stick these on here until, okay, I can see that one goes here. I can see that. And I can see that this goes here. So I'm just going to put that back. And then this one, this is the fill color for our rose, right? And I want this to be, let's go with a little bit of, well, one of them is going to be, let's go with Darling Duckling on one. Yellow rose. We're going to do a yellow rose. Does it matter on this one? I think so. Let's line that part up. Nope. I think that one will work. There we go. We just added that little pop of color right there. We're gonna grab our strawberry slush. Grab a little pop of color there. Just like that. And then you can color with inks or markers, but there is a stamp set in here that will add color as well. So we're just going to use that. And I think I'm going to go in with, what color am I going to color? I need a green. Let's just stick with Old Olive. Colors that we've used already in our projects tonight, right? Now we want to make sure that this lines up and our mask is in place. Otherwise the green will show on top of the vase. All right, hold on. I got to stand up. I can be over it. And again, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect when you're adding your when you're layered stamping, right? Especially if you want it to look like a watercolor look. And then I'm just gonna add this guy right here, like that. Okay. Okay. Guys, our focal image is done. So now, and we're going to save this because we can always use a mask, right? So we're going to save that. So here we've got our two focal images that we just created featuring the pop-up petals stamp set. Coming soon, coming November in the new online exclusives. And I'm going to finish these into cards, and who knows? You might get one. Who's to say? I hope you guys enjoyed the reveal. I hope you enjoyed watching me play with and learn about some of the new stamps. I hope I was able to teach you a couple of new techniques. But guys, please like and subscribe. Like my channel, subscribe, and just keep coming back. I'd love to share with you, and just have fun with the creative process. Paige, thank you so much for interacting with me tonight. You made it just so much more enjoyable. I really do appreciate you. And don't forget to reach out to me and let me know your mailing information so I can send you a thank you. Not a problem. Love teaching. All right, guys, on that note, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you good night and happy stamping. Bye-bye.